program to find a square and a factorial of a number. Basically, we will be doing this using while loop. To find a square, we require an expression. To find a factorial of a number, we will have to convert that formula of factorial of a number into logic that would be implemented using while loop. To begin with, let's start with our turbo C. File new, file save, cp experiment number cp experiment number 7.c saved. Commit program to find square and factorial of a number. To start with the algorithm, start, accept the value of accept the number from user. Next, calculate the square value. Next, calculate the factorial value. Display the value of square and factorial of entered number. Last is stop. Okay, so now let's begin with start. So again we have our hash include. Okay, Mr. Okay, this closing dot over here, that's why it's a problem. Hash include stdio.h, hash include coneo.h, void main. Now basically, if you think of the variables, we would require a variable num for the number, we would require a variable square to retain the value of square of a number, we would require a number factorial to determine the factorial, and we would require a variable I. Now in most cases, if the value of factorial calculated is greater, as the constraint of the integer, the maximum value is 32,700 or something, so instead of declaring the factorial as integer, we will declare it as float. Float factorial. Okay, fine. Then your favorite, clear screen to clear contents if any that is appearing on the before. Now moving on next, as per our algorithm, accept the number from user, printf, enter any number to find square and factorial value, slash n, semicolon, enter, scanf, %d, comma, ampersand, no, semicolon. Moving on next, calculate the square value. So what we do, we initialize, calculate the square value. So for calculating the square, we have the formula square equals to num multiplied by num semicolon, that gives me my square value. Next one is calculate the factorial value. So for factorial logic, initialize the factorial value, initialize initially as 1 because we know factorial of 0 is 1. So even if the vendor enter is 0, we will get the value of factorial as 1. Now as it is mentioned, we have to calculate the factorial using while loop. What we will do, we will have a variable, counter variable that we have declared as I, that is assigned the value of I equal to num. We will continue the same using the factorial formula. So suppose we want to calculate the factorial of 5. We have factorial of 5 is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 itself. So we write down while I is greater than 0, calculate factorial equal to factorial multiplied by I, decrease the value of I by I equal to I minus 1. If anybody wants, instead of this, I will comment it. Instead of this, you can also write I minus minus. That is, we are decrementing the value of I by 1, nothing else. So what is the logic in this? Suppose my value of num is 4, then my value of I will become 4. The first factor will be calculated as 4 into 1. Next time the value of I will become 3, which is greater than 0. So it will become 4 into 3. Next time it will become 4 into 3 into 2. Next time it will become 4 into 2 into 1. Once it is 0, the loop will terminate and I will get the final value, that is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is the factorial value. Now once I have calculated the factorial value, the next role is displaying the value of square and factorial of a number. So that I can do using printf statement. So printf /n square of number %d is equal to %d, comma, the number is in num, the square value is in the variable square, and semicolon. Next, printf. Okay, I forgot a /n over here, so we'll mention the /n over here. Okay. Now moving on next, /n factorial of number %d is equal to %, since I don't want any zeros. So after that I would be writing 0.0 f, sorry, 0.0 f double quotes complete, comma, my value is in num and my factorial value is in factorial variable. Okay, then your favorite to hold the screen, here is your get ch. And moving on, next is you have to stop the program, so that's terminated with the closing curly brace. Alt F, save and see, compile, one error, symbol square is undefined symbol. Let's check it out whether I have defined it or not. square, square, okay, squ, spelling mistake, are, okay. Alt C, compile. Before that again Alt F, save, yes, Alt C, compile, no errors, okay, Alt R, enter. Now enter any number to find square and factorial value. I enter the value 5, I press enter. My square of 5 is 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. My factorial of a number 5 is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, that is 120. So I have achieved what is the aim of the experiment. So in this way we come to the end of this program. Thank you.